morning, dear candidates, the children of God. I'm Mbale Henry, your teacher of religious education. I want to thank you foremost for being humble, helpful, and so obedient to your parents by helping them in doing domestic work, sending you here and there, listening to them, among others. On the same note, you know what is going around in the world, the pandemic, call it COVID-19, the simple name coronavirus. You are there at home because of that problem. But all in all, the Ministry of Health didn't leave us alone, gave us the measures to follow to keep ourselves well and safe, and that we meet again when we are healthy. And among the measures that we put in place, one, washing hands with soap and clean water. Not only that, staying at home, not moving up and down, eating well, grains, fruits, good food like potatoes, rice, among others. With the interest of time, today I'm going to take you in religious education as usual. But before I take you in the lesson for today, I want you to review the previous lesson. Last time we ended on serving the needy. We're on the topic selfless service. Selfless what? Service. So, serving the needy, and we refer the needy as the people who are not able or who can't afford to provide themselves with the basic needs. Those are the needy people. And we gave examples of those needy people as the elderly, the young, the orphan, the poor, among others. And we also said that people who are able can provide the necessities to those needy people. If you are there, you are able, you can provide something to someone who is needy. But for today, we are going to look at faith in authority. Faith in authority. And the lesson 1 is constitution as an authority. So what we are going to learn today is faith in authority. At first we looked at faith, what faith means, what faith is. So we want to again repeat the same. Now the new thing is authority. That's the new term. And we are going to base on authority, basing on faith. Authority, but relying on faith. So we are going to see how authority is interacting with the faith. Because whoever has faith and has a responsibility to fulfill, that is the authority we are talking about. And without wasting time, authority, before, you know, authority is having power over some people, having power over a group of people you are leading. At home, you have parents. Those parents, they have authority over you, the children. Countrywide, we have the president. The president has authority over us. Because you remember, due to his authority, he was able to stop all businesses in the country, even close the schools, the churches, among others. Nobody rejected his authority, and that's what we call authority. So we are going to know authority in a full swing. having power over the people you are leading. And not only that, we are going to see how authority is used. How authority is not used well. Those are the two things we are going to look at. The use of authority and the misuse of authority. Because the people have authority, they use it well, but on the other hand, they use it wrongly. You have been moving around, even this situation, you are watching TV, you are seeing the people who are supposed to maintain, enforce security, again, instead beat people with sticks, yet they were not told to beat people. So, that is the misuse of authority. The use of authority is to use your office well, is to use your powers well to the people whom you are leading. We are defining authority. That is the definition of authority. You may have also other definitions of authority, but simply authority is having power over other people to whom you give orders and they obey. And they do what? They obey. The president gave us orders and we are obeying. And up to now we are still obeying. Whatever he says, we obey. That's what we call authority. He has authority over us, the countrymen. We have examples of authority. Examples of what? Authority. Examples of authority, just like in the beginning, I told you, your parents, they have authority. The president has authority. Even religious leaders have authority, among others. So we are going to see or to learn the authority that parents have, the authority that religious leaders have, authority that political leaders have. Don't forget, even Satan has authority. So we are going to look at all that. So, these are the examples of authority. These examples of authority, they can also be called the types of authority. We have seen divine authority. This authority is used by God and Jesus Christ. Only the authority we are talking about, this is divine powers. Now, divine powers, the power to create. Let there be, and it bees. Let the sun be there in space, nothing is holding it, and it bees there. That is the divine authority. It's only used by God and Jesus. We have marital authority. Marital authority, this is the authority used by your parents or our parents at home. They have authority over us. Whatever they tell us, we have to do it and we have to obey. So that authority they have over us, we children, is what we call marital authority. We have satanic authority. That is the authority used by the devil, Satan. You have had very many people using satanic powers, evil powers, to perform miracles, to perform what? But when they are not in the will of God. I was telling you that satanic authority, this is the authority, rather the powers used by Satan. There are people whom we hear, they even join the Illuminati. Those powers they have, they are for Satan, sacrificing people to get money, to become rich, sacrificing young children. Even some of them sacrifice their own children to become rich. We have spiritual authority. This is the authority that is used by the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit just dwells in you and you feel you are healed. Everything that was disturbing you, you feel now you are free of it. So you just feel yourself out of danger. You feel free. You had problems and you went to the church, they prayed for you. Now your mind is settled. Whatever used to disturb you does not disturb you anymore. So that feeling you possess inside you is what we call spiritual authority. Power taking over you, cleansing all your body. If you had evil spirits in you, themselves will go. Someone who used to eat on dusty bin used to run up and down, you no longer run up and down, you no longer talk nonsense. So that's what we call spiritual authority. That power, you don't even see where it comes from, but it just dwells in you. Then we have symbolic authority. Symbolic authority, this is the power that are in the objects. For example, the national constitution, that book has power. And the power it has, that's what we call symbolic authority. All the laws that are made by the legislature or the parliament, they come from that book. Not only that, the Bible has what we call symbolic authority. The 10 Commandments are there in the Bible. Not only that, we have also the national flag. Remember, it has strings attached on. You must not throw it down. It must not touch the ground. You must treat it well. When rain comes, you must not get it there. So that is what we call symbolic authority. Objects having power, and those powers will follow them. Next, we are going to see the use of authority. So, use of authority. What do we mean here? So, use of authority, we mean how you use your powers well. That is use of authority. How you use your authority well. Once you are a leader, how do you use your authority well? We are saying that when we use authority properly, there is law and order in our society. If we use authority properly. So, assuming you're a leader and you are using your authority properly, how would the people appreciate you? You will feel good, people will be okay, because you are leading them well. You are not giving them stress. Actually, people are the ones to judge whether you are using your authority well or not. So, when we use our authority properly, there is law and order in our society. Children at school, children at what? School and home. They have to observe the rules and regulations given to them at home by their parents, so that their parents also get strength, get encouraged to continue paying them their fees and have good education. That is to children. So, if you want good education, observe the rules and regulations at home. Listen to your parents. They will pay whatever they can to make sure that you get better education. As good citizens, now this one is general to all of us. We should always choose to do right and obey the rules of our society. You get the point? Once a rule is passed in the society, it's for all of us. For example, the Minister of Health said all of us, we should put on face masks. It is a rule for us, all of us, and we have to obey it in the society. So, take your community, take your sub-county, countrywide as the society. You know, the society is big. So, even your home is part of the society. So, we all wear face masks. You get the point? So, once we obey in that way, even the Minister of Health says, people are observing, so we should now release some of the benefits to them. As we have seen how authority is used properly and the benefits of using authority properly, remember, anything good has also a disadvantageous part of it. So, we have seen if we obey, if we use authority properly, we are treated well, everything moves on well. But now, what about when authority is not used well? What happens? People have authority. When they are misusing their authority, what happens? Do you feel good? Do you feel comfortable with them? What happens? It's what we are going to see. So here we are. We are looking at the misuse of authority. You are saying that when we misuse authority, we annoy God and other people in authority. This one is true. Once authority is misused by us, God doesn't be happy with us and even other people in the authority, in offices. So, once we do anything that is against God's will, God doesn't be happy with us. Even the people who are leading us in our areas of residence, they will not also be happy because they give us guidelines to follow and we don't follow them. So, don't expect them to be happy with us. Not only that, some people make wrong choices. They make wrong choices. And when they make wrong choices, they make us to disobey authority. They are groups we move with. So they decide for us, they do everything for us. So once we follow what they decide for us, good or bad, and in most cases, they be wrong decisions. So once we follow them, we fall in a trap, and hence authority is misused, is not used well. Then some people use authority to abuse other people's rights. It is true. They are leaders. Being the fact that they have offices, they don't use their office well. Once they know that I have an office, I can do whatever I want. You find the leaders taking other people's property, for example, and you watch them on the TV, see a foreign minister is involved in the acts of grabbing someone's land because he has money, will use security, cut all people's food and leave them suffer. So once authority is misused, it leaves us not happy and we don't get what we want. So many people also use authority to mistreat other people. Some people use authority to become corrupt. Somebody is taken in the office as an MP, but he keeps quiet until 5 years are down the road. That's when you will see that person back to you requesting for this, again take him or her back in the office. It has been required. Nothing you can see that that person did as far as development is concerned. So authority can also be misused in that way. You know, where there is money, you know. Now, remember that people in authority should use it well to guide their followers, with the followers. So those people in authority, they should guide us well. And we also, we should abide to their authority and they act responsibly. Remember, even the Bible teaches us about the authority. And what does the Bible teaches us about the authority? Remember Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. They annoyed God. How? When they ate the forbidden fruit. So God became annoyed and punished them. God became annoyed and punished them. You see, they misused their authority. They were given a free garden to enjoy it, eat whatever is there. But eating whatever is there, God told them, don't touch this fruit in the middle of this garden. They went ahead, touched, picked, ate. So God became annoyed and instead punished them. So it is also difficult for many people. This one, it is true. Very difficult for many people to abide the laws set by the society. Very few will abide, but many will not abide with the laws set by the society. So authority can be there, but few who go by the authority set. So Jesus tells us that leaders have authority. Leaders have what? Authority. And we should listen to them. Whoever has authority has powers over the people he or she is leading. And now at the end of the lesson, I'm leaving the activity for you. And the activity is so that is the activity, and I want all of you to do that activity, and after that you give me the feedback through the number you are seeing on the screen. The number you are seeing on the screen, my WhatsApp number. You can respond to that activity. Remember, read the Bible. So I thank you very much for listening to me, and then I still tell you to observe the measures that were put by the Ministry of Health so that you remain safe. Thank you, may God bless you.